there are three aspects of Russia that we need to consider. One, from an Indian point of view, we have always had a positive relationship with Russia. And at the end of the day, if I were to evaluate any country, I should have the confidence to do it out of my own experience, rather than to listen to somebody else's experience and somebody else's agenda. So my historical experience with Russia has been positive, number one. Number two, if one looks at my business, geopolitics in a way, I mean, look at the map of the world. You see this big Eurasian landmass. Okay, there are three big countries out there: us, China, Russia. It makes sense that here in this, this is like a geopolitics 101, that your neighbor's neighbor is your friend. So there's a very strong strategic convergence out there, which whose logic is undeniable. And the third is actually an economic factor, which is, I know there were certain trigger factors for this particular trend. But the fact is, Russia is one of the biggest natural resources producers in the world. Given India's economic requirements, we are talking, you say Viksit Bharat. What does Viksit Bharat mean? Viksit Bharat means we are saying at least for 25 years, probably much longer. For 25 years, this country is going to grow at between 7, 8, 9%. Think of the resources that will be required to support this. Think of the relationships which will provide those resources. And I put it to you that in that, Russia comes very, very high. So if I were to make, I put that experience issue aside, forget that I am from the foreign policy world. If I were to make a purely economic or business decision, I'd say there's a very strong case to have that relationship with Russia, because it's not, people look at oil. Yes, oil is very important. It's not just oil, It's oil, it's coking coal, it's metals of various kinds, it's fertilizers. So there are a range of products, and the more complex our economy becomes, I think in many ways, many of those resources out of Russia will become very important.